Bediako. Charles Bediako played for the Crimson Tide for 2 seasons.
We've talked about the age and the history of Hinkle Fieldhouse. Well, let me tell you, you can tell it's old when I tell you that John Wooden played his high school games in this arena.
Got a little age on it. 1928, the year it opened. Our opening tap is controlled by Georgia's dribble exchange out near the head of the key, and Seton Hall going to pick up that ball at half court and lay it up on the other end of the floor for the first points of the game as Kadari Richmond scores for the Pirates to make it 2-0.
Yeah, got a little careless on the exchange.
Demery dribbles it under the basket, dumps it into Frank in the paint. He'll bank it home right at the top of that restricted arc, right in front of the bucket.
Well, that's what we've seen out of Frank for the last couple of games, and boy, is that nice to see to get him going here.
The lanes are extended in this tournament, as you may know. There's a spinning move to the basket by Kadari Richmond. He might be a handful tonight. The 6'6 senior guard from Brooklyn, New York, scores for the second time. Beat it into Noah on a give and go, and deflected and stolen by the Pirates. Dogs are turning it over early on here.
Yeah, we're going to stop that. That was just a careless pass.
Has the other two. Davis looks at the three, doesn't take it. Goes to Richmond on the left wing. Now from the right corner, that is Dre Davis with a 3 ball to make it 9-2. Seton Hall, the guy who's 6'6", and I thought he was 6'10", but it wasn't him. There's a 3 by Alamir Dawes, the Clemson transfer, and it's an 11-0 run for Seton Hall, and it's a 13-2 lead for the Pirates. They stay outside the three-point line. Davis now goes to the foul line. Kick it back out to Richmond on the far side of the floor. He's guarded by Melendez. Left-hand dribble, overhead toss to the near side. Dawes fakes left, steps to the right, hits a 3. Little confusion, Demery and Deloach on the defensive pressure, and Dawes hits his second 3 of the game. They work it out of the far corner. Adewusu finds Richmond open. We let him dunk it, and Georgia wants a timeout. This one's getting away early.
Yeah,
18-3.
They went with the pass over the top of Justin Hill. Justin there's no way that he could guard him. That was a mismatch in size.
Left-hand dribble into the paint. He stops. Paint pass on the bounce to Chiwa. He lays it up from the right side. Contact made. He falls on the floor, but no whistle there. He'll take the 2 points and go back and play defense.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness, we weren't out. They threw the ball.
Justin Hill with 6 to shoot. Hill, right side of the floor. Long cross-court one-handed pass to Melendez. He beats the clock with a 3 in the left corner. A Scana Energy 3 from R.J. Melendez in his first basket of the game.
I thought Justin had waited too late to make. I thought with that pass, he wouldn't get the shot off in time, but he stepped into it and hit it beautifully. Nice shot, R.J.
Currently, largest deficit that we faced in this tournament.
Get in there,
There's Melendez on the run out of the corner. Awkwardly, he's fouled under the basket. He shoots as he's getting contact, and it bounced on the rim, Chuck, and fell through for him. So now he's got an and one.
Yeah, there's no way he ever meant for that to. He was just trying to get the 2-shot foul. Hit low and bowl and went in.
Deloach has the basketball. Wrap around in the paint. Feeds it to Kane on a bounce on the baseline. Back to Deloach. A spinning layup is good right in front of the bucket. Deloach with his first points.
And that was a beautiful play. That was Blue Kane, just a great feed, nice assist.
Richmond puts it on the floor on a drive, right edge of the lane, and he gets all the way to the backboard and scores. Team Pirates. Demery to the rack on the other end. He gets there too, and his basket will count as he scores for the first time tonight. They were a little late getting the defender over there to defend the rim. Pirates with the basketball. Wusu drives off the wing into the paint, pump fake, got our guys in the air, and then he scores with one hand on a layup right in front of the rim. That's his first points for the St. John's transfer. 30-15, Seton Hall whipping the Dogs here early. There's a 3 by Blue Kane. Maybe that'll quiet the storm. A Scana Energy 3 from the right wing for Blue Kane. 6:50 to go in the first half. We owe you a station identification break. We'll get it to you in just a second.
Blue shot that one a little bit off balance, but it worked out for him.
3 ball by Seton Hall is good. 33-18. Dogs hurry it into the front court with Demery. It's the 6'6 senior transfer from Louisville into the front court. Spins away from a defender. Takes it to the backboard. Puts it up high. No good. Offensive rebound. Richmond. He goes back from the left side of the iron and lays it up and in. Here's Demery with a fake on the three out of the right corner. Drives into the paint. Leans into the restricted zone. Reaches and puts it up and in over the rim. And the whistle means a foul on Seton Hall. They'll count the basket. No argument from Seton Hall. They lead it 42-23. Hill dribbles, under 10 on the shot clock. Drives with the left hand all the way to the basket, and the layup is good with the glass. Justin Hill with his first field goal of the game. 42-25. Less than a minute to go first half. With Kaderi Richmond going down the middle of the floor and trying to dunk it home. Had it knocked out of his hands, but is picked up by his teammate Dre Davis, and he'll finish the deal and get the first 2 points of the half. And Georgia with a quick answer. Silas Demery all the way to the backboard, and a reverse lay-in good by the freshman from Raleigh. So a quick 2-2 punch in the face by each team to start the second half.
Well, the Dogs did a good job. Silas really did a nice job reversing that ball underneath the basket.
They work in the front court. Dawes dribbles it through the paint awkwardly, and then a fadeaway two, right edge of the lane, will settle in there good. 46-27, Seton Hall with the lead. Noah Thomason looking for his first basket of the game. Won't take it here. We get Frank Anselm-Ibeh wide open in the paint, and Dylan James got the ball to him quickly on a bullet pass inside. He turns around and dunks it home with two hands.
All right, let's get a stop.
Rim on the drive off the right side of the backboard. Offensive rebound goes to Seton Hall. They get it into the big 6'10 Bediako, and he lays it up and in.
We had him right at the shot clock. I mean, right at the buzzer, and still couldn't stop him.
Thomason with a floater coming in from the right side, came in on an angle, floated it up with the left hand off the backboard. It goes for his first points of the game. Noah Thomason with his first two. Oh, nice in the paint passing by Seton Hall. We blocked Bediako's shot with Anselm-Ibeh, but it went right back to him, and he follows it up with a lay-in. We blocked the shot, but the angle was not good for us. There's a little pick and roll action by the Dogs from Big Frank. He was the rolling part of that. Set the screen, rolled down the paint, got the pass, and dunked it home. Owusu, they go inside to Big Bediako. Boy, they executed that play perfectly.
They did. He was cutting
from
across
Davis,
that paint.
and Bediako dunks it to finish it. He's got 9 now. Running right down the lane, and the layup is good. Chiwa was there, but he was not in the right angle to defend the basket. And the layup by Dawes gives them 2 more, and Georgia will call a timeout.
Yeah, we can't afford to let this get away here.
Ohio State by 13, but it hasn't been that way tonight. Melendez will hit a 3 out of the timeout from the left corner for the Dogs. There's a Scana Energy three-pointer by R.J. Melendez, our first of the second half, and he's got 9. To Davis, quick feed into the corner to Adewusu, into the paint on the dribble. It feeds Dawes for a 3. He stepped to his left, got closer to the corner, and fired away with an open look at the basket and connected. He's got 19, his third 3 of the game. This at 6'6", will throw it in up the wing on the near side. They come to Dawes for a 3. Good over Justin Hill from the right wing. Wow. Dawes now with 22. That's his fourth 3 of the game. He averages 14.5. Rebound to the Dogs. Hill attacks on the full drive to the backboard, and the lay-in is good from the left side of the iron. Justin Hill now with 6. Seton Hall, this is like backyard basketball. Bediako all the way down the paint and a one-handed tomahawk dunk.
And they got it down there before our defense could get back.
Yeah, there's not a lot of hustle on defensive end by either team. Demery penetrates deep. Pump fake in the restricted zone and up and in with the shot. Good, and he got fouled. They'll count the basket as we go into a timeout. He's switching to a double on Demery. We get the ball out of his hands. Thomason attacks on an angle from the left side. From the wing, all the way down the paint. Lays it up with the left hand from the left side of the iron. It goes for Noah Thomason. He's got 4. Silas holds for a second. Gives it to Moncrief. We go back the other way. A head fake by Kane. Dribbles into the circle. Beats Thomason for a 3. Good. He ripped it from the right wing. Noah with his first three-pointer, a Scana Energy three-point basket by Noah Thomason, the graduate transfer from Niagara. He's got 7, all of them in this half. Backs it out on the wing, 7 to shoot, 6 to shoot. He'll toss up a 3, airball it. Caught underneath by Moncrief. He cleans it up with a reverse lay-in. Clock was winding down, and MA scored right at the end of the clock.
Yeah, and I thought we were about to waste a golden opportunity and not get a shot off.
Moncrief defends, ball loose on the perimeter, picked up by Seton Hall. They'll attack again, this time with Davis. And despite contact from Moncrief and a challenge on the shot, the ball's going to roll in good for Dre Davis. Rebound, Seton Hall. Davis down the middle of the floor. Looked like he may have carried it, but no whistle. Drops it off to his left to Jaden Bediako, and the 6'10", 240-pounder puts it up and in on the run. Dogs ball on the left end of the floor. Hill dribbles above the three-point line. Kick out to Noah. Moves to his right. Launches a 3. Off the rim. High bounce. Offensive rebound to Loach. One dribble. Kick out for another 3. Dimry connects. 3 from high on the left slot. Dimry now with 17. He's the only guy scoring consistently for Georgia.
Keep giving him the ball. That's all we can do. Hope that he can stay hot.
His free throw puts Seton Hall up 71-56. Dogs get in deep with Noah Thomason. He just handled that ball all the way down into the paint and got the layup. Noah now at 9 in the game, all coming here in the second half. We haven't been able to make up a whole lot of ground.
As that is an example.
Davis just works the freshman Dylan James and gets by him all the way to the rim and lays it up easily. To Moncrief, jump stop to the foul line. Feeds it to Deloach. He works one-on-one with Bediako. Oh, and the little jump hook good with the left hand.
Deloach wanted the foul. He turned to the official and put out his hands like, where's the foul call on that?
Dogs have cut it down to 11 now with 5:25 to go. Do they have a run left? Right over to a teammate. The clock continues at 8, at 7. They run it off one leg. The little bunny by Sanders is good from the left side. He bunny hopped it off the left edge of the lane and got it to go, and a timeout is called. 75-62. That was a big basket for them.
Well, it was, because things were starting to maybe slide a little bit in our direction, and we need that.
Pounds and 11 assists. But he took 32 shots in that game to get his 21 points. Here's Dimry on the drive. He takes bodies with him. No whistle. He gets the basket. He's up a little late. And so is the guy he took with him, Adewusu, in the game. Seton Hall basketball. Right corner 3. Good. Blue Kane tried to close out, but he was a little late getting to Sanders, who hits the 3 from the right corner. 80-64 Pirates.
Give Blue credit for trying to get there. Just
rebound to the Dogs. Here comes Dimry on the attack, right to left. Drops it off in the paint to Deloach. He was unguarded. He'll dunk it, and Georgia will call a timeout. 80-66 after the Jalen Deloach two-handed flush. Taking their time, burning the clock. Shot clock at 10. Davis with the ball in the corner, works against Anselm Ebe, spins left edge of the lane. He bumps, pump fake, fade away 2 in the middle of the floor, and it's good, right in front of the basket. He hit that one from about 5 feet away on the fadeaway. And we're going to let Blue Kane do that here tonight. And Richmond stutter steps his way down the lane all the way to the basket and lays it up from the left side. Good. Brandon Klasky throws it into the backcourt to Dimry. He doesn't even have to get it across the timeline. 5 seconds. He will. He'll walk it into the front and dribble it out. And that's the ball game as the clock hits 0. And Seton Hall has defeated Georgia tonight 84-67. The Pirates move on to the NIT championship game. They will face Indiana State Thursday night at 7 o'clock for the title of this tournament. Now 24-12 is their record, and Georgia's season comes to a close tonight. And our final mark, 20-17, 37 games, the most we've ever played in a single season. The Dogs did get to 20 wins for the 14th time in the year, made it to the semifinals of this tournament for the 3rd time, and will exit after this loss tonight. And as you pointed out, all of the offseason work now starts to begin for the Bulldog basketball team.
To be really full disclosure, it's been going on with Coach White and his staff since the tournament ended, the SEC tournament ended, the portal opened up. They've been busy at work, looking at how they want to shape this roster for competition next year. They know what they've got coming. They know who they want. They're working hard to bring others in. And Georgia basketball's future right now is definitely on the ascent. And we saw a great run in this tournament, and that was great to see because it gave those true freshmen that are getting playing time, and a lot of it starting playing time on this team, it gave them an opportunity to get experience, tournament experience, and experience against guys who've been there, done that for other teams, both in the Big East, but we saw it also out of the ACC and out of the Big Ten. So, I'm very optimistic about what's just around the corner for the Georgia Bulldogs basketball program.
Well, making it to a postseason tournament for the first time in a long time, winning a game for the first time in a long time, all of that adds to the allure of a rising Georgia basketball program in the second year under Mike White, and you just hope it continues, and Georgia will work hard to make sure it does. 20-17, the final record. The Dogs fall tonight here in the semifinals of the NIT. Seton Hall a winner, 84-67. Stay tuned now for the Region's Locker Room Report. That is coming up next on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.